In this most recent release, we've also added a couple new custom fields that you can add to your forms. The first being a cascading pick list, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. I'm starting off here in a condition assessment log. I can see that I only have one assessment so far. It's just a general assessment. I can click into that, and the only fields that are on the form right now are a subject, which says general assessment, and then a date, which is today's date. But I want to add a new field, and that field is going to be a cascading pick list. If I go to the ... button, I can go to customize, and then I can click this add new field button, and the one that I want to add is the cascading pick list option. I'll go to step 2. A cascading pick list is going to allow you to build parent and then child relationships between fields. So whatever you pick in the parent is going to define what happens in the child, and then you can go on as many levels as you want. It's a little easier if I show you, so I'm going to do that now. For now, I'm going to define this field label as assessment. And my first subfield is going to be the building. And this is going to show me or tell me all the buildings that I have on my project. The second is going to be my room. And then the third is going to be the findings. And add that. Now it's going to ask me to define what buildings I have on my project. So I'm going to click this options, and maybe I say there's building A. I'll just copy and paste that. And then I also have building B. And then I can add as many options as I need to. For now, I'm going to say save the options. Now I want to edit the options within my room. So I'm going to click that options button again. Now, since this is a child field, it's going to ask me to pick my parent first, and my parent is the building. So I'm going to say for building A, there are room 100, room 101, and room 102. For building B, I have different rooms. Room 100, room 101, and 102 don't exist in building B, so I have to define that differently. I'm going to click on this building dropdown and say building B, and I'm going to say maybe there's a garage in building B, and maybe there's room 200, room 300, and so on. I can go on as far as I want here and save those options. Now I've defined the building and the room subfields, but there's this last one, the findings. I can go in and click that I want to add the options. Because this is the third level of this cascading pick list, it's going to ask me to define what building I want to add first. So I'm going to say for building A, in room 100, maybe there's a lot of windows in that room, I will say the windows are cracked. Maybe I say the windows are not sealed, etc. For building A, room 100, I'm going to say maybe this, there's the floor, so there's say missing tiles, tiles are cracked, or hardwood floor stains, something like that. I could continue to do this for all my different options if I need to. I could also switch to building B, maybe something in the garage. Maybe I can say the parking spots not painted. Okay, add that, go to save my options, go to step 3, just like I do with any other field. This time I'm going to give access to maybe the field engineers, and I'm going to say they have read-write access to this field. Add that field. If I close out of the properties here, I'm brought to the form that we were looking at in the start of the video, which is this general assessment form. I can see now that I have those first two fields, the subject and the date, but I also have this brand new cascading pick list field that's going to build off of the options that I choose. If I go into edit this, I can see that it's going to give me options for the building first, and everything else is disabled because it's going to rely on what I pick in that first level. Building A is going to open up options for the different rooms, and that has specifically to do with building A. I'm going to say 100, and if you remember that room 100 had to do with the different windows, so if I click the drop down here, it's going to give me options about windows. If I were to say room 101, we talked about tiles in that one, so if I click on this drop down, it's going to show me the different assessments for the missing tiles or something like that, and then I'll save the form. So I've just built a brand new cascading pick list. There's no limit to the number of options or subfields that you want to add. So if you want to add 10 levels, although that might be hard to maintain, you could certainly do that. If you have any questions about adding custom fields or custom forms or really anything at all, please feel free to give us a call at 703-961-1007. Thanks.